Dear prospective student, welcome to the online open day and to this introduction to the Advanced Master of Welding Engineering. My name is Patrick van Rijmenand and I will guide you through this presentation. At first, on the photograph on this title slide, you see apart from a welder underneath the pipe and in the background, you see one of our visiting professors, which is the man with the white helmet and the yellow vest. He's also a graduate from our program, and you see him here in his daily job as responsible welding coordinator in a very large construction plant. To introduce our university and ourselves, who are we? KU Leuven is a global university in the very heart of Europe with a long historical tradition and ranked at as the most innovative university according to Reuters ranking. It houses over 60,000 students, of whom almost 20% are international students. The Master of Science in Welding Engineering is organized on campus De Nyer within the Faculty of Engineering Technology, which is the third largest faculty of KU Leuven, with more than 6,000 students enrolled and spread over one of the 7 campuses in Flanders on location. All of these are characterized by an intensive cooperation with industry and with interdisciplinary research groups. Our welding engineering students, they follow their training on campus De Nyer in Sint-Katelijne-Waver, which is a small village in the rural countryside, which also is host village to one of the largest European logistic platforms for fruit and vegetables called Bel Orte. And luckily for us as people working here and for you as a student, it's not only lettuce, leek and celery to be found here. There is the very nice city of Mechelen, very close by, at only a few kilometers away, which takes about 5 minutes by bike. And our campus is really extremely close at walking distance from the train station, which directly offers you access to Mechelen, to the city of Brussels and Antwerp, and further on, of course. Then our MSc courses and laboratory sessions, they are predominantly organized in the Welding Center on our campus, which is a fully equipped building dedicated to welding-related activities, but also on location in industry, which of course is the best way to be soaked with indispensable knowledge and skills that you need to master in your future job. Here you see an image of our welding center. The building contains 2 large welding training practical workshops, which is actually intended for training welders in their execution of their daily job, which respectively have 15 and 12 welding booths, cabinets in which you can put yourself with a welding set and then train for weeks, some of them for months, to a specific procedure on a specific material in a setup. KU Leuven uses 2 extremely well-equipped training and research laboratories in the same building. And supplementary to this building, of course, our students also have full access to the material science laboratories for testing and microscopic evaluation, etc. And to the machining labs that are only at 50 meters distance away in the campus's main building. Also our campus, and specifically our training within the Welding Center, is certified by the IIW, the International Institute of Welding, throughout the Belgian Welding Association, as an authorized training body for the training and education of international welding engineers. Then what's the program all about? Why would you choose for the study program? Well, it's an ideal stepping stone to a high-level job in the field of welding and joining technology. Actually, you can literally say that it's your ticket to acquire a job in this welding related industry. The academic training that you're offered here is essential due to the increasing complexity of industrial production processes and the growing number of rules and regulations that govern them, both in Europe and throughout the world. This is important because welding is also used to build very large civil constructions that in the long past severe accidents have happened. To avoid this, there needs to be a welding coordination responsibility. So it's indispensable, this program, for engineers seeking to work as the responsible welding coordinator. And this of the most comprehensive competence level that you actually can acquire. And this according to the ISO 14731, dating 2019, which actually went a step further than only looking at the International Institute of Welding's degrees, the International Welder, International Welding Specialist, Technologist and Welding Engineer. The advantage of our training is that you will have to perform a research-based master thesis, which will soak you in this specific field of technology. Then, if you are an engineer interested in a job in research and development, in quality control, quality management, in design, in production, in maintenance, and in particularly welding metallurgy, you will have a nice bone to chew on with this course. Here you see, on this slide, you see some of our students on a study company visit in a production facility that produces transition pieces for monopile foundations of offshore wind turbines, which is very learnsome to especially look at the quality management in such a workshop to produce these parts according to the appropriate standards. Then here you see this slide gives you an impression of another workpiece made for the offshore industry and where several of our graduate welding engineers have added to. You see the Stinger, which is the large white painted workpiece that you see on the left image. It's a pipe or a cable laying extension that's being assembled on the ground on the left image. If you want to get a feeling about the size of this thing, then look at our group of students, which is located on the very left side at the end of the road. There is a group of people that you see there. That's about 12 of our students. It gives you an idea about the size of this large part. Then you see it on the right image. You see it mounted on the All-Seas Pioneering Spirit, one of the largest twin-hulled technical vessels in the world, housing 2 factories on board, and it's capable of onboard welding of subsea pipelines and then laying them down on the seabed without damaging them. That's why this Stinger is used. It can smoothly deliver the pipe on the seafloor without causing any damage to it. Then about the structure of our course, it's actually it's organized in 4 large clusters. The first cluster, which is predominantly under my guidance, is welding processes and equipment, which is important. If you want to weld, then you need the machines and the equipment to be capable of performing the weldments. The second cluster deals with materials and how they behave during welding. The third cluster is about construction and design, also about the regulations that apply on this. And the fourth cluster is also a very important one. This is fabrication and applications engineering, meaning you have to be aware of how you can build something with the equipment that's available in a workshop, in a company. How do you need to organize the practical work in a workshop? That's a very important issue to actually understand before you start working in a company. Yeah? Then slide 13 offers you the overview of our 4 major courses with their individual training activities, as well as the research-based master thesis that will distinguish or that does distinguish our program from all other educational programs leading to an IWE degree from the IIW, which don't offer any possibilities to get really a research-based workpiece. So you will see that within welding process and equipment, we have the arc welding and cutting processes, the other than arc welding, cutting and joining and surfacing processes. And then in every course nearly there is a laboratory and laboratories that take place in industry, which is extremely important. We're proud of the fact that we have so many visiting professors that have a full-time job in industry, in the welding industry, that can also train you on the spot in specific items or topics that you can only learn on the spot. Okay. Then the next slide, the courses, they're organized by our welding engineering team, which consists of 2 professors, one from the Department of Materials Engineering and another one from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, that's myself. And then 10 visiting professors and lecturers from industry. We govern a group of researchers and technicians that do advanced applied research in welding engineering related topics. And the majority of our work is through bilateral contract research on demand within the welding industry, which in one sentence means to solve welding related issues in industrial domain. Then how to get admitted, how to apply for a place of study. What are the admission requirements? This program is a supplementary Master of Science program, which means practically that students should already hold a master's degree in an engineering discipline. Yeah? The exact master degrees which will grant you access to the program, you can find them online. Then if you graduated from one of our own master programs in engineering or engineering technology in the past year, then you can contact me directly. If you are a new international student, then you have to apply for the program through International Admissions Unit in order to be allowed a place of study. You also need proof of your English language proficiency through a TOEFL test or an ELTS certificate. This is also important to look at that before you apply for a place of study. Then the next slide, the application instructions. You can use the online application system to which you can submit your application. And then we recommend you to do so for the non-European citizens before the 1st of March and the others before the 1st of June preferably. We can extend this a bit, but try to apply to these recommendations. Then step by step, this is actually the route you have to follow. This is simply follow the procedure that is described on this slide. And then there are a limited number of partial tuition fee waivers that can be applied for through the Faculty of Engineering Technology or through myself directly. Then we also, of course, offer student services. There are multiple services offered to the students on our campus. We organize welcome sessions for new incoming students. We can help with housing. We will advise you and help you with mobility. Also, we will help you with your individual study program for your study career guidance. If there are any problems, we always have a listening ear available. And then we also organize job fairs and guidance to find a suitable job. There is also the possibility to, if there are any problems, to talk with an ombudsperson. And we also try to do our very best for students with a disability to help them as good as possible. Then, what are the facilities on our campus? We have a library, but in the meantime, there is so much material available online. We also have sports facilities nearby. We have a fully equipped cafeteria. There are also private shops where you can go for food and eat in the vicinity of the campus. We also have a quite silent study space available. Our campus is a green campus, as I already told, and there is a lot of recreation going on, as you would expect from a university on a campus. Then, what are your career perspectives? This is actually, I told you in the beginning, it's your access ticket to a challenging job in the welding and the welding related industry. This is really your like you take a train ticket to get on the train. This is a ticket to get on a job. So there is a wide spectrum of professional possibilities, an extremely varied field of action, which goes from petrochemistry, the aviation and the aerospace industry, civil construction, assembly plants, the nuclear sector, shipping and logistics, the power sector in general, and general construction, and of course a lot more. Also in small and medium-sized enterprises, you can find a job as a responsible welding coordinator. So you will carry out a wide range of duties, including research, design, production, maintenance, sales, and quality inspection. And there is really a need for experts with the capability to conduct research, carry out quality control analysis, and perform inspections, monitoring and certification in a broad field of welding. Some graduates start a career also as an independent consultant. And there is a student association which you can have a look at on the website that's mentioned on this slide. Then these are our contact details through which you can reach us, also on the social media. And then to finalize, we sincerely look forward to welcome you as an enthusiast new student in our study program for welding engineering. Thank you.